Here we have the trig integral sin² x times cosine² x. And this one we've got a couple of squared trig entities. And what I think I'll do for this one is a couple of step downs via double angle properties. And so what we can do first is we can rewrite sin² x as the integral of, in parentheses, 1 minus cosine 2x over 2. And then we'll multiply that by 1 plus cosine 2x over 2 dx. This obviously comes from cosine² x, and this one comes from sin² x. You'll notice that when it's cosine, you have a plus, and when it is sine, you have a minus. So now, what we can do is we can multiply the denominators to get 4, and put that out front as a 1/4, and then we can FOIL the numerators. So let's clean this up a bit. We'll write 1/4 out front times the integral, and then we'll go ahead and FOIL the numerators, and we'll get 1 plus cosine 2x, and then minus cosine 2x, so we just won't write anything for those because they negate each other. And then we get minus cosine 2x times positive cosine 2x, and that results in a minus cosine squared 2x dx. And so now you'll notice that we have another squared cosine here, and we actually have a couple of different paths that we can go down here. We can either recognize that 1 minus cosine squared is the same thing as sine squared, and then we can use a step down property like 1 minus cosine 2x over 2, or we can just go ahead and use a step down property for cosine squared here, which already exists, as 1 plus cosine 2x over 2, and just keep this 1 intact. And I think we'll go that route this time. So we'll have 1/4 times the integral of 1 minus, in parentheses now, 1 plus cosine, and we're doing a double angle here, so we're going to multiply 2 by 2, so we'll have 4x now, over 2 once more, dx. And what I'll do here is I'm actually going to split these into two different integrals. We'll have 1/4 times the integral of 1 dx, and then we'll subtract 1/4 times the integral of 1 plus cosine 4x dx. And I'm going to take this 2, and I'm going to kick it out front of that integral here, and so I'll change this 4 to an 8, because we'll be multiplying 1/4 by 1/2. And finally now we're ready to integrate. Of course, the integral of 1 with respect to x is just x, times 1/4 is x over 4, minus now, we'll kick a 1/8 out front. The integral of 1 with respect to x, once again, is just x, plus the integral of cosine 4x with respect to x is simply sine 4x over 4. And because we're dealing with indefinite integrals with no limits or bounds here, we must add a constant at the end. Finally now, distributing this 1/8, we'll have x over 4 minus x over 8 minus sine 4x over 32 plus a constant. And now we need to combine these like terms, and what we've got here really is 2x over 8 instead of x over 4, that's the same thing, minus x over 8, which just becomes x over 8, minus sine 4x over 32 plus c. And this is our final result. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, I hope that you found this helpful.